If I can't have somebody, either Mike or Brian, can have one of you guys help line these guys up for me? Order is going to be Brooklyn on the 1. Miles is going to be on the 2. So that orange wheels car is going to be first. Miles, looks like right there, he's going to be second. I think Miles is that one right behind you. Then Shelby. No, that's Davis. And then Davis fourth. So that's Davis right there. If you can spread them out a little bit, they're doing a heads up start. And then Ryder. Pretty sure Ryder's that one in your hand right there. And then Jocelyn is that pink car. Colton is that one right there. All right. Looks good. Thank you, guys. All right. Once again, you guys already know you guys are going to go racing on the sound of the tone, all right? Drivers all ready. Quarter marshals all ready. You guys are going to go racing on the sound of the tone in less than 5. Go, go, go. Trouble's on the front. Try and get back going. Looks like Shelby moving up to that 1 spot early on. Davis into the 2 spot. Trouble's here for a couple of these cars. Jocelyn from the 6 up to the 2 now. Colton from the 7 up to the 3. Davis in the 4 spot. Watching a 1 and 2. Watching a 1 and 2. Clear. Trouble's there for, looks like Jocelyn getting a little loose up there in 1 and 2. Looks like Colton now up front. Shelby dropping back to the 2 spot. Looks like Jocelyn now to the 2 spot. Working her way around Shelby there. Colton leading away. There he goes through 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway. 15 laps left to go now. Watch here on the back. That is all clear. Looks like Shelby working her way up to the 2 spot. Looks like Jocelyn passing right back for the 2 spot now. Shelby right there behind her. Battle for 2nd and 3rd. Shelby and Jocelyn down the front straightaway. Nose to tail. Battle for 2nd and 3rd. Onto the back straightaway now. Trouble's here watching in 3 and 4. Watching in 3 and 4. That was Trouble's there. Looks like Shelby having some troubles coming out of 4. Jocelyn now up to the 2 spot again. There she goes across the line. Colton across the line though, leading away. Colton across the line here. 8 laps left to go. 7 flat there from him. Hot lap of the race there. He's coming up on Jocelyn here. Colton to the inside. Trying to make his way around these guys here. Shelby in the 3 spot. Looks like Ryder not too far back. Then we got Miles in the 5. Davis 6. Brooklyn 7. Trouble's here for Colton. Looks like lost power. Watch the back straightaway. Watch it on the back. Watch it on the back. That is all clear. Trouble's here for Colton. Looks like this will allow Jocelyn to move up to the top spot. Jocelyn now leading away that all pink car onto the back straightaway here. Shelby up to the 2 spot now. Ryder in the 3. Looks like Miles going to move to the 4. Trouble's there for Jocelyn. Getting back going. There she goes across the line. She's on her final lap here. There she goes through 3 and 4. And across the line.
Jocelyn Hargis done. Ryder Bundridge done. Davis Jack done. Brooklyn Shepherd done.
That is a race.
Miles
Get Marshall to grab the blowers. Jocelyn going to take it.
All drivers are finished.
Shelby 2, Ryder 3.
Shelby Shepherd done.
Miles 4, Davis 5, Brooklyn 6. Marshall's to grab the blowers. Marshall to grab the blowers. Up now. Race 2, Traxxas Bandit. Good drivers from the last one. Right back out here to Marshall. We need 2 drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
To the start of the race.
2 drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall, guys.
Mike Kraft Jr. Eric Schriever. 45 seconds to the start of the race. James Chestnut. Don Kraft.
Looks like we need one more Marshall. One more Marshall over here. Help us out.
30 seconds
Thank you,
to the
Mike.
start of the race. Seconds to the start of the race.
All right, let's go ahead and start shutting them down. Let's start getting them all lined up on the front. Order's going to be Steve on the 1, Mike Kraft Jr. on the 2, James on the 3, Eric 4, Don 5. All right, go ahead. Roll them off. Go, go, go. Nice clean start here. Everybody moving around here. Looks like Don from the 5 moving up to the front already. Down the front straightaway, side by side. Trouble's there for Eric. That's going to allow James to move it to the 2 spot. Don in the 3, Steve in the 4, Eric 5. Don across the line now, 20 laps left to go. Mike Kraft Jr. trying to get up to James here. He's right there behind him, actually. Onto the back straightaway. Nose to tail into 3 and 4. Onto the front stretch now. To the inside, side by side, coming out. Not going to make anything happen just yet. Back down the front straightaway. Oh, Trouble's there getting a little loose. Gets right back going, though. Looks like transponder's flopping out of there a little bit as well. Your leader across the line, leading away. He has the battle for 2nd and 3rd right there in front of him. That's James and Mike Kraft Jr. Down the back straightaway. 3 and 4. Across the line, nose to tail again. Right there behind him to the inside, down the back straightaway. Not going to make anything happen again. On the outside, Trouble's there for James. Mike Kraft Jr. now to the 2 spot. 10 laps left to go. Their leaders are right there behind him on the front stretch now. Getting by James there. Don across the line. 5 laps left to go. Eric and Steve now battling for 4th and 5th. Watch coming out of 4. Go high, go high, go high. Don across the line there. Final lap for him.
Don Kraft done.
Don, you are done.
Steve Crawford done. Eric Schriever done.
That is a race. Don
All
Kraft going to take it.
Finished.
Mike Kraft Jr. 2, James 3,
Jr.
Eric
done.
4, Steve 5.
James
Get Marshall to grab the
Chestnut
blowers. Marshall to grab the blowers. Up now. Race 3. Open late model. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Jeremy Kathlina. Lenny Blocker.
We're usually finishing up round 2 by now.
Scott Miller.
It's that new radio.
Aaron Hargis. 1 minute to the start of the race.
Has to be the radio.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, let's go and start lining them up. Get our final changes in. Order's going to be Scott on the 1.
30 seconds to the start
Aaron
of the
on
race.
the 2. Lenny 3. Jeremy 4.
"15 seconds to the start of the race.
Scott 1. Aaron 2. Lenny 3. Jeremy 4. You guys may go ahead. Roll them off. Go, go, go. Off and underway. Late model. Lenny and Jeremy already making some moves. Trouble's there for Jeremy in 1 and 2. Trouble's there for Aaron as well. They get back going. Lenny up front. Scott in that 2 spot. There they go through 1 and 2. Onto the back straightaway. Jeremy now closing in that gap a little bit. 20 laps left to go now. Lenny through 3 and 4. That all yellow across the line. Scott has Jeremy all over him to the inside, side by side, making the pass in 1 and 2. Now Jeremy up into that 2 spot. There he goes down the back straightaway, setting his sights on Lenny now. One and a half was the gap, 15 laps to go. Now 1.2 is the gap. Closing that gap a little bit on Lenny now. There they go through 1 and 2 onto the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4 and across the line. Trouble's there. Getting out of line there. Stays right going though. 1.2 still the gap. Trouble's there for Lenny. Grabbing too much trigger there. Now Jeremy all over him. Through 1 and 2. Trouble's there for Jeremy. Getting to the rear end of Lenny there. Eight laps left to go. 1 second separating your top 2 here. Down the back straightaway. through 3 and 4 and across the line. 8 tenths now is the gap. There they go back across the line. 5 laps left to go. Battle for first and second. There they go across the line. Now 5 tenths the gap. 5-4 there from Jeremy. Hot lap of the race. There they go back across the line. 3 laps left to go now. These two nose to tail. Side by side on the back straightaway. Jeremy having a look. Not going to make anything happen yet. Last lap here through 3 and 4. Cross the line.
Lenny Blocker done. Jeremy Kathlina done.
Lenny gonna hang on by 600ths of a second. Jeremy in the 2 spot. Scott in the 3. Up now, race 4. 13-5. Late model. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
One minute to the start of the race. Brian Bowers, Sean Jack, Lane Keithley, Kyler Blocker, Josh Goodlow, Sean Russell. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
Yeah,
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, let's go and start shutting them down. Get the last few changes in here.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Order is going to be Lane on the 1. Josh going to be on the 2. Sean Jack 3. Sean Russell going to be on the 4. Kyler Blocker on the 5. And Brian Bowers on the 6. Go ahead. Roll them off. Go, go, go. 13-5 sprint. Great start here. Looks like Josh making a move early on for that number 1 spot. There they go through 3 and 4. Lane in that 2 spot. Sean Jack in the 3. Brian right there behind him in the 4. Josh leading away. Brian Bowers now up to the 2 spot. Looks like Kyler now up to the 3 as well. We got Sean Jack in the 4, Lane in the 5, Sean Russell 6. Brian now taking over the lead. 20 laps left to go. Watch on the back straight. Clear. Watch coming out of 4. That is all clear. Watch on the front. That is all clear. Freight train of cars. Onto the front stretches. Brian Bowers leading away. Josh in the 2. Sean Jack 3. Kyler in the 4. Lane in the 5. Sean Russell 6. 15 laps left to go. Your leader through 3 and 4. Watts front. Troubles there. Watts on the back. Watts on the back stretch. Got a loose tire. Brian across the line, leading away. Through 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway. 10 laps left to go now. Sean Jack in that 2 spot. Kyler and Josh back there battling for second, third, and fourth. Troubles there for them jumping into the infield there. Watching in 3 and 4 pile up there. That was trouble there for Brian getting that pile up. There he gets back going now. 5 laps left to go. Brian across the line. He's on his final lap here onto the backstretch. Through 3 and 4. And across the line.
Brian Bowers done. Lane Keithley done. Josh Goodlow done. Kyler
That
Blocker
is race.
done.
Brian going to take it. Sean Jack
All
2.
drivers
Josh
are
3.
finished.
Kyler Blocker 4. Lane
Sean
5.
Jack
Get
done.
Marshall to grab the blowers here. Marshall to grab the blowers. Marshall to grab the blowers. Up now. Race 5. Slash Heat 1. You get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Chris McLaughlin. Charles Jones.
Get
Matthew
drivers
Schroeder.
from the last one right back out here to Marshall. William,
Mike Kraft Jr.
check that one.
Don Kraft. 1 minute to the start of the race.
Drivers from the last one. So we got Sean Russell out here helping us out. We need one more.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Ian Town.
All right, let's go ahead and line them up. Order is going to be Charles on the
30
1,
seconds to the
Matthew
start of the race.
on the 2, Ian on the 3, Chris on the 4, Don 5, Mike on the 6. All right, go ahead. Roll them off.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Go, go, go. Off and underway here. Slash Heat 1. Charles leading him around. Matthew right there behind him. To the inside, Matthew. Down the front straightaway, side by side. Troubles there for him. Luckily, only going to lose 2 positions now. Still not too far back. Chris now to the top spot. Charles right there behind him in the 2. Mike Kraft Jr. in the 3. Matthew in the 4. Then we got Ian in the 5. Don Kraft in the 6. Side by side they are for 5th and 6th. Down the front straightaway with a battle for 1st all the way down to 4th. Charles up against that pipe. Front tire on it there. Mike Kraft Jr. to the inside, making the pass for the 2 spot. Matthew now closing in that gap. He's in that 4 spot, trying to catch right back up to where he was. A little bit of troubles there from Chris. Across line now, 15 laps left to go. Top 4. Still all right here together. Now Don closing in the gap in that 5 spot. Down the front straightaway. All these 5 cars right here together. Watch the back. Go low, go low, go low. Trouble's there for, that was Matthew. Watching 3 and 4. Go low, go low. Go low in 3 and 4. Clear. A lot of troubles here from Matthew now, dropping down to the 6th spot. Mike Kraft Jr. up front. Troubles there for Don. Mike across the line. 10 laps left to go now. Matthew worked his way back up to the 4th spot. Your leader down the back straightaway through 3 and 4. Across the line there. Looks like Charles and Chris down the front straightaway. Battle for 2nd and 3rd. These two are nose to tail onto the back straightaway. Then we got Matthew in the 4th spot. Don in the 5. Ian 6. Mike Kraft Jr. across line now. 5 laps left to go. Chris and Charles. Looks like Chris up to the 2 spot. Charles in the 3. They have Don in between them. Mike Kraft Jr. across the line here. He's on his final lap. Onto the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4. And across the line.
Mike Kraft Jr. done. Matthew Schroeder done. Ian Town done. Don
That
Kraft
is a race.
done.
Mike Kraft Jr. going to take it. Chris 3.
McLaughlin
Charles
done.
Chris 2.
drivers are
Charles
finished.
3. Matthew 4.
Charles
Don 5.
Jones done.
Ian 6. Up now. Race 6. Second heat of Slash. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Tom Walker. James Chestnut. Arlen Simon. Victor Berger. Norm Donaldson. Quinton Liebold. One minute to the start of the race.
All right. Let's go ahead and start shutting them down. Start getting them all lined up on the front. Order's going to be Tom Walker on the number 1.
Seconds to the start
Quinton
of
on
the
the
race.
2. Norm going to be on the 3. Arlen on the 4. James 5. And to take out himself, Victor on the 6. Hey. All right. Go ahead and roll them off. Go, go, go. Slash Heat 2 off and underway, side by side early on. Norm trying to make some moves. Arlen to the inside. Pushing Norm out wide. James to the inside there. 4 wide coming onto the back straightaway. Victor now moving up into that 3 spot. There they go into 3 and 4. 2 wide coming onto the front stretch. These guys all side by side. Troubles there for Norm in 1 and 2. Tom leading away. Victor in that 2 spot. Arlen in the 3. Then we got Quinton in the 4. James in the 5. Down the back straightaway. Nose to tail. Tom having some company coming up on him. That's going to be Victor. They have Norm in between them. There they go through 3 and 4 across the line. Victor trying to get around Norm. Tom across the line. 14 laps left to go. He has Victor all over to the inside, side by side across the line. Victor outpowering on the straightaway. Arlen in that 3 spot, not too far back with James in the 4, Quentin in the 5. Troubles there for Norm. He gets right back going. Victor leading away down the front straightaway. Tom in the 2 spot. Then we got Arlen in the 3, James in the 4, Quentin in the 5. Top 4 all separated by 1 second so far. Tom closing in a little bit on Victor. Top 3 separated by 9/10. 9 laps left to go. Onto the back straightaway. Arlen trying to close in the gap on Tom. They're separated by 9/10 of a second. There they go through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Victor leading away, going through 1 and 2. Pulling a little bit of a gap now. 2 seconds is the gap. But Arlen 8/10 back from Tom. Down the front straightaway. James not too far back. Victor across the line. 5 laps left to go. Arlen closing that gap even more on Tom now. Through 1 and 2. All over that rear bumper now of Tom. Onto the front straightaway and across the line. 3/10 is the gap. Down the back straightaway, side by side. Not going to make a pass just yet. Through 3 and 4. Making the pass now. Oh, they get together there. Colton there on the Marshall. That's going to allow James now up to the 2 spot. Tom in the 3, Arlen in the 4. Last lap here for Victor. Watching 1 and 2.
Victor Berger done. Arlen Simon done. James Chestnut done.
Got
Quentin
Norm to
Leavold
finish
done.
here.
Tom Walker done. All
That is the
drivers
race.
are
Get Marshall
finished.
together the blowers. Victor going to take
Norm
it.
Donaldson
James
done.
2, Tom 3, Arlen 4, Quentin 5, Norm 6. Up now, race 7, SC Mod. He won. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Tad Janes. Daryl Smeltzer. Kyler Blocker. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
Waiting on a check from Brian Shepard.
"30 seconds to the start of the race.
Is Brian going to make this one?
"15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, let's go ahead and start shutting them down. Get them all lined up. Let Brian get a lap here.
Brian Shepard.
Order's going to be Daryl 1, Tad 2, Brian 3, Kyler 4. All right, go ahead and roll them off. Go, go, go. Off and underway, SC Mod. Heat 1. Daryl leading him. Actually, looks like Tad now working up to the #1 spot. Troubles here for Kyler, having to get back going. Daryl in the 2, Brian Shepard in the 3, Kyler in the 4. Watching 1 and 2. Clear. 20 laps left. Tad leading away. Here he comes onto the back straightaway through 3 and 4. Across the line. Watching 3 and 4. Clear. Kyler closing the gap on Daryl now. Through 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4. Across the line, battle for 2nd and 3rd. Tad across the line. 15 laps left to go now. Watching in 3 and 4. That was trouble there. That was Kyler and Daryl getting collected there. Kyler now to the 2 spot. Daryl in the 3. Tad across the line. 10 laps left to go now. Leading away. Kyler in the 2. Daryl in the 3. Tad back across the line now. 5 laps left to go. Your leader across the line here. He's on his final lap. Through 3 and 4 and across the line.
Tad Janes done. Kyler Blocker done. Brian Shepard done. All drivers are finished.
That is race Tad gonna take it.
Daryl's
Kyler 2,
laps are
Daryl
done.
3, Brian 4. Up now, race 8, SC Mod, Heat 2. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Robbie Stouter. Aaron Hargis. Brian Bowers. Dylan Flares. One minute to the start of the race.
I need one more driver from the last one back out here to Marshall. I got Tad out here. Basically been out here after every single one of his races.
45
There's
seconds
Daryl.
to the
Thank you,
start
guys.
of the race.
Yeah.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Let's go ahead and start shutting them down. Get you guys' final changes in here. We'll get them all lined up on the front. Just a little bit.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
We're going to have Robbie on the 1. Dylan on the 2. Aaron on the 3. Brian on the 4. Go ahead. Start rolling them off. Go, go, go. Off and underway. Dylan already making an early pass up to the top spot. Robbie in that 2 now. Right there ahead of Aaron and Brian. There they go onto the back straightaway. Side by side in the 3 and 4 and across the line. Both these guys making their way up to the 2 and the 3 spot now. Brian swinging out a little wide. Robbie had to look to the inside. Not going to make it happen. Dylan onto the front straightaway now. 20 laps left to go. 5 in, 20 to go. Oh, Brian trying to make a pass. Watch on the back straight. Go low, go low, go low. Dylan leading away. Aaron in the 2. Brian in the 3. Robbie in the 4. Oh, trouble's here for Brian. Gets back going. Dylan across the line. 15 laps left to go now. Leading away. Aaron in that 2 spot. Here he comes onto the back straightaway. Robbie in the 3 now. Brian in the 4. Brian now all over Robbie. Trying to make a move into the 3 spot. Oh, nose to tail. Giving a little bump there. To the inside, down the front straightaway, side by side. Making the pass up to the 3 spot now. 10 laps left to go. Dylan through 3 and 4. Across the line, they're leading away. Ooh, Brian popping a wheelie out of 1 and 2. Dylan across the line though. 5 laps left to go now. Aaron and Brian battle for 2nd and 3rd. Brian getting back his lap. Final lap here for Dylan though.
Dylan Flair's done. Aaron Hargis done. Robbie Stouter done.
That is
All
the race.
drivers are
Dylan going to take it. Brian 2, Aaron 3,
Ryan
Robbie
Bowers
4.
done.
Up now, race 9, Street Stock Heat 1. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Robert Summers. Chuck Goff. Raylan Shepard. Norm Donaldson. 1 minute to the start of the race. Chris McLaughlin. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
I need drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall. I got Robbie heading out here. I think I got Brian coming out here to Marshall. All right,
30
let's go ahead and get them all lined
to the
up.
start of the race.
Order going to be Raylan on the 1. Norm going to be on the 2. Chuck on the 3. Chris 4. Robert 5. All right.
15 seconds to the start of
Go
the
ahead.
race.
Roll them off. Go, go, go. Trouble's there. A couple of these cars, they get right back going. Raylan leading away. Oh, Chris side by side with Norm. Norm going to hang on to that 2 spot. Down the front straightaway. Chris not too far back, trying to close back in that gap. Norm all over Raylan to the inside there. Trouble's there for Norm. Watch on the backstretch. That is all clear. Big bobble there for Norm. That's going to drop him all the way down to the 5 spot. Raylan still up front. Chris to the inside, though, making the pass for the top spot now. Raylan into the 2. We got Chuck in the 3. Robert 4. Norm 5. All these people. Can't say guys. There's a girl out here. She's running up front with these guys, though. Showing them what's up. To the inside, making the pass on Norm. Norm to the inside. Raylan right back to the inside. Not going to make it happen. Chris up front. Down the back straight away. Leading away Robert right there behind him in the 2 spot now. Closing in that gap. Trouble's there for Chris. Hitting the wall there. Robert now right there behind him. Through 3 and 4. Trouble's there for Chris. Chuck. Oh, Trouble's there. Chuck spinning out there a little bit, coming on to the back stretch. More Trouble's there. That's allowed Norm up to the 3 spot now. Your leader, Robert. That red, white, and blue across the line here now. 10 laps left to go. He's leading away with Chris in that 2 spot. Trouble's here for Robert. Chris now closing that gap a little bit. We got Norm in the 3, Chuck 4, Raylan 5. Watch it in 1 and 2. Clear. Chris now all over Robert. 7/10 is the gap between these two. Onto the front straightaway they go. Battle up front. 5 laps left to go now. Robert hanging on for now, but Chris trying to charge his way up to the front. They're separated by 1 second. There they go down the back straightaway through 3 and 4. Robert across the line here. He's on his final lap down the back straightaway through 3 and 4 and across the line.
Robert Summers done. Chris McLaughlin done. Raylan Shepard done. Chuck Goff done.
That is a race. Robert and take
All
it.
drivers
Chris
are
2, Norm
finished.
3, Chuck 4, Raylan 5 up
Norm
now. Race
Donaldson
10, second
done.
heat of street stock. Good drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Mike Kraft Jr., Arlen Simon, Quinton Liebold, Lenny Blocker,
Get drivers from the last one right back out
Tom
here
Kraft.
to Marshall.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Drivers from the last one. Need you guys right back out here to corner Marshall.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, let's go ahead and get them all lined up. Easy on the front. Order's going to be Quinton on the 1, Arlen on the 2,
30 seconds to the start of the
Don
race.
Kraft on the 3, Mike Kraft Jr. on the 4, Lenny on the 5 without that antenna. All right, go ahead and roll them off.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Go, go, go. Off and underway here. Nice single file start. Ooh, Mike Kraft Jr. up on the pipe. Lenny ducking down to the inside, making his way up to the 4 spot. All these guys single file through 3 and 4. Across the line they go. Arlen having a look to the inside. Going to make a pass for the top spot now. Lenny right there in that 3 spot to the inside there of Quinton. Up to the 2 spot. Nice clean racing early on. Lenny now up to the top spot across the line. 20 laps left to go. Arlen in the 2 spot. We got Don in the 3. Mike Kraft Jr. 4. Quinton in the 5. Down the front straightaway and across the line. These guys all single file here still in this one. Lenny pulling away just a little bit. But they're still right there on him. 6/10 of the gap. 1/10 between Arlen and Don. Down the front straightaway they go. Second, third, and fourth. Right there together. A little gap between Lenny and Arlen though. 14 laps left to go now. Down the back straightaway. Trouble's there for Mike. Having to get back in line there. Oh, trouble's there for Arlen coming onto the backstretch. Don making it happen there. Moving up to the 2 spot now. Mike right there behind Arlen. Down the back straightaway. Trouble's there for Don. Arlen on the outside trying to look in. Not going to make anything happen. Mike, trouble's there. Getting into Arlen. Quinton now up to the 4 spot. After all that. Back to the inside. Arlen now up to the 4 spot. Trying to make something happen. Catching up to Mike. Oh no, trouble's there for Don. Having to turn around. Mike now to the 2 spot. Mike Kraft Jr. up to the 2 spot now. Don in the 3 with Arlen in the 4. All separated by 5/10 of a second. Battle for second, third, and fourth still. 5 laps left to go now. Lenny onto the backstretch. He's going to be coming up on the battle for second, third, and fourth. There they go. Onto the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4. Don all over Mike. Onto the back stretch again. Nose to tail. They're going to be coming up on Quinton. Don to the inside. Down the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4. We're going to make it happen. Mike back to the inside there. Last lap here for Lenny as well. So they're going to get one more. Down the back straightaway. Don all over Mike. Trying to make it happen across the line.
Mike Kraft Jr. done. Don Kraft
That
done.
is a race. Lenny going to take it.
All
Mike Kraft Jr. second. Don third.
Arlen Simon done.
Arlen fourth. Quinton fifth. Up now. Race 11. 13-5 sprint. Heat 1. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Sean Russell. David Shore. 1 minute to the start of the race. Mike Lafferty. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Eric Schriever.
I need drivers from the last one right back out here. See Lenny out here. Oh.
30 seconds to the start of the race. Bob Portwood.
One more driver from the last one back out here.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
I need one more marshal. One more marshal. One driver from the last one out here to help us out. All right, let's go ahead and start shutting them down. Order's going to be David on the 1, Eric on the 2, Russell on the 3, Mike on the 4, Bob 5. Oh, look, it's only Sean Russell in this one, so there's no Sean Jack. Oh, there's only one Sean in this one now. David on the 1, Eric on the 2, Sean on the 3, Mike 4, Bob 5. Go ahead, roll them off. Yeah, we're going to call a restart. Couple cars got together there. Restart, slow them down on the front. David on the 1, Eric 2, Sean 3, Mike 4, Bob 5. That was your only restart. Go ahead and roll them off. Go, go, go. Nice start there. Sean to the inside, trying to make a pass on Eric. Side by side, trying to give it up. Mike with the twofer there. David leading away that all green. Down the back straightaway he goes. Mike up to the 2 spot from the 4. Bob from the 5 up to the 3 now. Then we got Eric in the 4. Sean 5. Oh, triples there for Sean. Gets back going now. 20 laps left to go. David, that all green leading away. Looks like Bob closing the gap to Mike a little bit now. Eric in the 4. Sean 5. Watching 3 and 4 go high. Clear. 15 laps left to go now. Looks like Mike up to the top spot now. Bob in the 2. David in the 3. Your leader on at the front stretch. David right there behind him. Watching 1 and 2. 10 laps left to go. Battle up front. Across the line. Mike and David nose to tail here into 3 and 4. Watch coming out of 4. That is all clear. Here they are onto the back stretch. 1/10 is the gap. David to the inside. Making the move. Bullying his way in there. Making a little block pass. Down the back straightaway now through 3 and 4. Across the line they go. 5 laps left to go. Watch it coming out of 2. That is all clear. David still leading away. 6/10 is the gap. Across the line again. 3 laps left to go. David across the line. Final lap here for him. Through 3 and 4. And across the line.
David Shore done. Sean Russell done. Mike Lafferty done.
That is a race.
All
David gonna take it. Mike 2, Bob 3, Sean 4, Eric 5.
Done.
Up now, race 12, 13-5 sprint, heat 2. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Shane Schmidt, Michael L., Tony Keithley, Tad James. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
Need one more driver from the last one. And looks like J-Max here showing up for round 2 with us.
30 seconds to the start of the race. Brian Bowers. 15 seconds to the start of the race.
Let's let J-Mac get a lap here.
Jason McLaren on.
Watching 1 and 2. All right, let's go and start shutting them down. Order's going to be J-Mac on the 1, Tony on the 2, Tad 3, Michael on the 4, Shane 5, Brian 6. All right, go ahead and roll them off. Go, go, go. Off and underway. Heat 2. Watching 1 and 2. Go high, go high, go high. Clear. J-Mac leading them around. Here they come. Freight training down the back straightaway. 3 wide there. Chose there for Brian, having to let up the position to Michael. Oh, no. $20 laps left to go. J-Mac leading him around. Shane in that 2 spot. Brian in the 3, right there behind him. Through 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway. Then we got Michael in the 4. Tony in the 5. Your leader down the back straightaway through 3 and 4 and across the line here now. 15 laps left to go. Leader coming up on Michael here. Shane and Brian battling for 2nd and 3rd across the line there. Separated by 700. Brian to the inside. Getting a little loose there. Not going to lose a position though. Victor giving words of encouragement. 5-6 last time by from Brian. Hot lap of the race. Now all over Shane. 9 laps left to go now to the inside. Making the pass. Your leader onto the back straightaway through 3 and 4. And across the line there, 5 laps left to go now. Brian in the 2 spot, Shane in the 3, Michael in the 4. But your leader across the line again. He's on his final lap here. Through 3 and 4. And across the line.
Jason McLaren on done. Brian Bowers done. Michael L. done.
I mean, what a guy. Wasn't even here all day today. Now showing up. J-Mac going to take it. Brian Bowers 2. Shane 3. Michael 4. Tony 5. Up now, race 13. Third heat of 13.5 sprint. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Lane Keithley. Rod Johnson. Josh Goodlow. Brian Erb. Sean Jack. 1 minute to the start of the race.
Grab yourself one while you're at it too.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
So this is all of it. Huh? You only got you 2 slices. This is all of it. Or is he ordering more? He already got. He already got. It's like they're the box. We need one more marshal out here to help us out.
The race.
All right, let's go ahead and get our final changes in. Let's go ahead and start getting them all lined up.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Order is going to be Lane on the 1, Josh going to be on the 2, Sean Jack on the 3, Rod on the 5. Or sorry, Lane on the 1, Josh 2, Sean Jack 3, Rod 4, Brian Erb on the 5. All right, go ahead, roll them off. Go, go, go. Looks like trouble's here for Lane. Losing power or something. It's going to drop him back now. Josh leading away. Sean 2. Rod 3. Brian 4. Side by side coming out of 2. All 4 of these guys nose to tail onto the back straightaway. 3 and 4. And across the line. Sean to the inside. Bullying his way through. So is Brian. 2 for 1 special there. Up to that 2 spot now. Right there behind Sean. Down the back straightaway. Rod having a look to the inside. Not going to make anything happen just yet. Brian all over Sean here. To the inside on the front straightaway. Drag racing. Going to make a pass on Sean there now. Onto the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4. Across the line there. Battle for first, second, and third. They're still right there together. Brian 5-6 last time by. Hot lap of the race. Another one with 15 laps left to go. Trouble's there for Rod and Sean there. That's going to drop Rod down to the 4th spot now. Brian still leading away. 10 laps left to go now. Here he comes onto the back straightaway. Sean in that 2 spot now down the back straightaway. Looks like Rod and Josh battle for 3rd and 4th. Brian getting past these guys, leading away. Five laps left to go now. Brian still leading away. Here he goes to 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Watch the back straightaway. Watch the back straightaway. Clear. Last lap here for Brian.
Brian Erb done. Rod Johnson done. Sean
That is a
Jack
race.
done.
Get Marshall to grab the blowers here.
Josh
Marshall to grab the
Goodlow done.
blowers. Brian going to take it. Sean 2, Josh 3, Rod 4. Up now, race 14. Midwest Dirt Modified to get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Dylan Flares. Robbie Stouter. Jeremy Kathlina. Brian Bowers. One minute to the start of the race.
We need
45
one
seconds
driver.
to the start of the race.
There he is. Let's go ahead and line them up. Order's going to be Robbie on the 1, Brian 2, Dylan
30
3,
seconds to the
Jeremy
start of
4.
the race.
Go ahead and roll them off.
15
Go, go,
seconds
go.
to the start of the race.
Off and underway here. Midwest Dirt Modified. Great start. Down the back straightaway. 4 cars, single file. Still troubles there for Robbie. Tagging into a pipe there. That's going to drop him down to the 4 spot now. Dylan up front. Jeremy in that 2 spot right there behind him. Watch on the front. Watch on the front. Troubles there for Dylan. It's going to drop him down to the 2 spot. Trying to close back in on Jeremy. Jeremy across the line. 20 laps left to go. Gap's 1.1 between him and Dylan. Gap's now 7/10, closing in that gap. Dylan now all over Jeremy through 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway across the line. 15 laps left to go. Gap's 3/10 through 3 and 4 and onto the front stretch now. Dylan having a look to the inside, not going to make anything happen just yet. Onto the front stretch now through 1 and 2 to the inside, not going to make anything happen yet again. He is right there behind Jeremy. Ooh, getting a little loose out of 2. Keeps it straight and going now. Onto the front stretch. 10 laps left. Still right there behind Jeremy. Onto the front stretch again. Watch the back stretch. Go high. Clear. To the inside. Trouble's there for Jeremy. Dylan making a pass. Now onto the back stretch again. Through 3 and 4. Five laps left to go now. You're a leader. Across the line. Final lap here for him. Onto the backstretch. Through 3 and 4. And across the line.
Dylan Flair's done. Jeremy Kathlina done. All drivers are
That
finished.
is a race. Dylan going to take it. Jeremy 2, Robbie 3. Get
Stouter
Marshall to
done.
grab the blowers here. Marshall to grab the blowers. Up now, race 15 SC Mod Light. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Brian Shepard. 1 minute to the start of the race.
Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Hunter Burford. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Tony Keithley. Victor Berger. Steve Crawford. 30
Get drivers
seconds
from the
to
last one
start
right
of
back
the
out here to
race.
Marshall.
James Chestnut. Robert Summers.
There's Jeremy.
Bob Portwood. "15 seconds
One
to
more
the start
driver
of
from
the
the last
race.
one back out here to help us out. I got Jeremy out here. I need either Dylan, Robbie, or Brian. All right, let's go ahead and start shutting them down. Get them all lined up. Order's going to be Hunter on the 1. James going to be on the 2. Robert Summers on the 3. Steve on the 4. Bob on the 5. Victor on the 6. Brian 7. Tony 8. All right. Let's get our marshals to their spots. All right. Go ahead and roll them off. Go, go, go. With 8 cars, still a pretty clean start, I would say. Nobody getting together. We stay going. Watch it on the back here. Watch it on the back. That is all clear. Watch it in 1 and 2. Whoa. Taking out the blower there. Bob leading the way. Steve in the 2. Brian Shepard in the 3. Robert in the 4. Tony 5. Hunter 6. Victor 7. James 8. Trouble's there for Bob on the front stretch. Trying to get back going. Steve now across the line, leading away. Brian down the back straightaway in the 2 spot. Bob in the 3. Robert Summers in the 4, Tony in the 5. They're all right there together onto the front stretch. Robert to the inside there, trying to make a pass on Tony. Not going to make anything happen. Steve across the line now, 20 laps left to go. Steve has Brian Shepard right there behind him. Down the back straightaway through 3 and 4. Across the line, Brian right there behind him. They have Victor right there in front of him. That's your 6th place driver there. Steve going out wide a little bit. Brian right there behind him. 2/10 is the gap. Battle up front. Tony, Bob, and Robert battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. There they go onto the front stretch. Robert falling back a little bit off them now. 15 laps left to go. Now 14 laps left to go. Brian right there behind Steve. Brian all over Steve now. Steve making the pass on Victor. Oh, trouble's it for Steve. Brian now up front, watching 1 and 2, watching 1. That is all clear. 10 laps left to go now. Brian across the line leading away. Tony in that 2 spot. Bob right there behind him in the 4. Or in the 3, sorry. Steve in the 4 spot. We got Robert in the 5. Victor 6. James 7. Hunter 8. Watch it in 3 and 4. Watch it coming out of 4. Clear. Watch on the front stretch. Watch on the front. Watch on the front. Watch on the front. Watch it in 1 and 2. Oh my, watch on 1 and 2. Go high, go high. Clear. Brian across the line. 4 laps left to go. He has Tony right there behind him. 6, 10 separate in these 2. Battle up front. They're coming up on Robert here. There they go through 3 and 4. Across the line. Tony right there behind Brian. Brian up on the pipe. This is their final lap. Battle for the top spot. Through 3 and 4. Across the line.
Brian Shepard done. Tony Keithley done. Robert Summers done. Hunter Burford done.
That is a race.
James Chestnut done.
Brian gonna take it. Tony 2, Steve 3,
done.
Bob 4, Victor 5,
Bob
Robert
Portwood
6,
done.
James 7, Hunter 8.
All drivers are
Up
finished.
now, race 16.
Victor Burford done.
BL2S. Good drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
C4. 1 minute to the start of the race. Chris Bundridge. Ryan Sinecker.
We need drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
One more driver from the last one back out here to help us out. All right, let's go ahead and start shutting them down. Get them all lined up on the front.
Start of the race.
Order is going to be C4 on the number 1, Chris on the 2, Ryan on the 3. Go ahead, roll 'em off.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Go, go, go. Off and underway. BL2S. C4 going to lead them around here. Your leader onto the front stretch. It's like Ryan up to the 2 spot. Chris in the 3. C4 across the line, 20 laps left to go, leading away. Ryan in the 2 spot, Chris in the 3. C4 7-3 last time by, hot lap of the race. Here he comes onto the backstretch, leading away. Ryan in the 2, Chris in the 3. C4, 15 laps left to go, coming across the line, leading away. Ryan in the 2 spot, Chris in the 3. Watch coming on the straightaway, clear. Your leader onto the front stretch. Through 1 and 2, onto the back straightaway now. That number 4 car for C4. 10 laps left to go now. Ryan in the 2 spot. That number 37 onto the back straightaway here. Chris. Looks like with no numbers on this car. Through 3 and 4. He's in that 3 spot. C4 with a little nudge on the wall, gets right back going. 5 laps left to go now. Your leader onto the back stretch. Through 3 and 4. Across the line. He's on his final lap here, onto the back stretch. Through 3 and 4 again. And across the line.
C4 done.
7-2 there, hot lap of the race as well.
Chris Bundridge done.
That
All
is the race.
drivers are
C4
finished.
going to take it. Ryan 2.
Seinecker done.
Chris 3. Up now. Race 17. 13-5 midget. Gets drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall. Up now, race 17, 13-5 midget.
Sean Russell.
We need
Sean Jack.
2 drivers from the
Josh
last one
Goodlow.
back out here to Marshall. 2 drivers from the last one. Need you guys right back out here to Marshall.
1 minute to the start of the race. Brian Erb. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. Brian Shepard. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, let's go ahead and start getting them all shut down. Get your guys' final changes in. Order is going to be Sean Russell on the 1, Brian Shepard on the 2, Brian Erb on the 3, Sean Jack on the 4, Josh on the 5, the only one with a different first name. It's all right. All right. Go ahead. Roll them off. Go, go, go. Watching 3 and 4. That is all clear. Off and underway. Looks like Brian already making his way up to the top spot here. Josh in the 2 spot. Sean Jack 3, Brian Shepard 4, Sean Russell 5. .25 laps left to go. Brian Erb leading away. Down the front straightaway and across the line. Josh in the 2 spot. Sean in the 3. Watch back straightaway. Watch back straightaway. Go low, go low, go low. Go low, go low. That is all clear. .20 laps left to go now. Brian leading away through 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway across the line. Josh in that 2 spot. Actually looks like Sean in the 2. Watching 3 and 4. That is all clear. Looks like that was a little bit of trouble there for your leader. That's going to drop him back now. Sean looks like leading away. Josh in the 2. Brian Erb in the 3. Russell in the 4. Brian Shepard 5. Sean Jack down the back straightaway. Leading away. Josh in the 2. Brian in the 3. Russell 4. Brian Shepard 5. 10 laps left to go now. Watching 1 and 2. Watching 1 and 2. Your leader through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4. Coming across the line here. 5 laps left to go now. Looks like Brian moving back up to the 2 spot. Josh in the 3. Russell 4. Brian Shepard 5. Sean Jack though on to the back straightaway through 3 and 4. Across the line here now. Watch straightaway. Final lap here for Sean Jack.
Sean Jack done. Josh Goodlow done. Sean Russell done. Brian Shepard done.
That is race.
All
Sean Jack
drivers
and
are
take it.
finished.
Brian Erb 2. Josh
Brian
3.
Erb
Brian
done.
Shepard 4. Russell 5. Up now. Race 18. Open sprint heat 1. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Rod Johnson.
But at 8, they said that there was a 50% chance. It better rain all through this. It better happen all through that.
Look at the fucking chart.
Hey, I'm not a freaking nerd, okay? Hush. You sick.
1 minute to the start of the race. Aaron Holstrom. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Dustin Shore.
First heat of our open sprints hitting the track here. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Huh? No, you're not.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
20. Waiting on a check from Aaron Harges. All right, let's go ahead and start getting your guys' final changes in. As they have Aaron coming out here. Order's going to be Rod on the 1, Aaron Holstrom on the 2, Aaron Harges on the 3, Dustin on the 4.
Aaron Harges.
All right, let's get them all lined up. Rod 1, Aaron Holstrom 2, Aaron Harges 3, Dustin 4. All right, go ahead and roll them off. Go, go, go. Rod leading away. Trouble's there for Dustin in 1 and 2, having to get back going. Aaron Holstrom now up front, leading away down the back straightaway. He goes. Trouble's there for him, hitting the wall. Rod ducking and weaving through. Aaron Harges up front now. Rod in the 2 spot. These guys outpowering him on the straightaway. Now it's Dustin up to the 2 spot. Aaron Holstrom in the 3. Rod in the 4. Your leader across the line leading away. Close battle for 3rd and 4th between Aaron Holstrom and Rod. Down the back straightaway, 3, 3, and 4. Coming onto the front straightaway now. They got their leader right there behind them. Trouble's there for Aaron Holstrom. He has his leader right there behind him. Trouble's there for Aaron. Watch coming out of 2. Watch coming out of 2. Dustin out up front, that all white. Onto the back straightaway through 3 and 4. Coming across the line. Aaron Harges in the 2 spot. He's coming up on Aaron Holstrom. Around the outside there, getting through. Trouble's there. Your leader down the back straightaway, leading away through 3 and 4 and across the line. 11 laps left to go. Aaron Harges in that 2 spot. Rod in the 3. Aaron Holstrom in the 4. Your leader onto the front straightaway now. 5-3 there, hot lap of the race. Looks like Aaron Holstrom now trying to close in the gap on Rod for the 3 spot. Your leader onto the front straightaway now, leading away still. Into 3 and 4. Across the line. He's on his final lap here. Back through 3 and 4 and across the line.
Dustin Shore done. Rod Johnson done.
That is a race.
Aaron
Dustin to
Hargis
take it.
done.
Aaron 2, Rod 3.
All
Aaron
drivers
Holstrom
are
4.
finished. Aaron Holstrom
Up
done.
now, race 19. Get Marshall to grab the blowers. Marshall to grab the blowers. Up now, race 19, second heat of open sprint. Get drivers from the last one right back out here to Marshall.
Austin Smith. Jeremy Kathlina. Mike Lafferty. Brian Erb. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race."
All right. Let's go ahead and start shutting them down. Get some setup changes in that you guys need to do. Let's go ahead and start shutting them down.
30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race."
Order's going to be Brian Erb on the 1. Mike 2, Jeremy 3, Austin 4. Orders Brian Erb 1, Mike 2, Jeremy 3, Austin 4. Mike, your second. All right, go ahead, roll them off. Go, go, go. Off and underway, heat 2 of our open sprints. Troubles in 1 and 2. Try and get back going. Watch back straight, dead car on the back, dead car on the back. Clear. It's Austin up to the front early. There he goes on the back straightaway now, leading the way. Brian in the 2 spot, Mike in the 3. Your leader across the line there, leading the way onto the back straightaway through 3 and 4. Across the line. 5-1 so far, hot lap of the race. $20 laps left to go. Still Austin leading away. Brian Erb in the 2. Mike in the 3. Five flat there from Austin. Hot lap of the race. Still Austin leading away. Down the back straightaway through 3 and 4. Across the line. Another 5 flat. 10 laps left to go now.
Watching 1 and 2.
Watching 1 and 2.
Hey, Mike, it ain't going to fix itself.
Austin across the line. 5 laps left to go. Right there behind Brian. Last lap here for Austin.
Austin Smith done.
That is a race.
All drivers
Austin
are
take it. Brian
finished.
2, Mike 3,
Brian Erb done.
Jeremy 4.
All right, we're going to try to turn this around as quick as we can. Hopefully, this isn't going to amount to much in terms of precipitation.